Hey, this is Ian, College Web Pro. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to set up an email. So we're going to create an email and I'll show you how to use it. So you should already have a College Web Pro hosting account. That should be set up already. And I'm going to show you how, and you can, this is for either adding an additional email or creating your first email. And I'll also show you how to change the password on an email. So just watch this video and I'll show you how. So the first step in this process is deciding on what email you want. So these are all popular configurations. So you could have your name at yourdomain.com, or your initials at yourdomain.com, or mail at yourdomain.com, or admin at yourdomain.com, support at yourdomain.com, info at yourdomain.com, and contact at yourdomain.com. So these are probably the most popular emails. As you can see, the first part before the @ symbol can be anything that you want. It just has to end in at yourdomain.com, and that's whatever name you registered. So a lot of people just use their first names or contact. That's probably the most popular. And why should you have one of these emails in the first place? Well, these professional domain emails just convey credibility a lot more than like a Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail account. It makes you look more professional with your customers. It also helps you promote your website and your company, because every time you send an email from this domain-based address, you're putting your domain name in front of your customers, your prospective customers, and encouraging them to go out and visit your website. So you need to decide on an email address first. So in this example video, I'm going to be setting up Ian at ianfranzen.com. So I already have a hosting account set up for ianfranzen.com. So I'm going to be showing you how to set up this email, but obviously in this example video it'll be for yourdomain.com, and it might be your name or contact here. So you're going to have an email picked out. You should also have a password picked out. So the password, I'm just typing in random things. You should pick out a password for your email. And the password can be anything that you want. You should put in, a few numbers and maybe a couple of symbols just to make it secure. So don't make just a simple, easy password. You want to make it secure. So pick out an email, pick out a password. And so what next after you've picked out your email and your password? Well, you need to log into your Cpanel. Your Cpanel is where you manage your hosting account directly. It's also where you add and create emails. So you can access your Cpanel in a couple different ways. The easiest way to do it is to log in, to go to collegewebpro.com, click on Client Login. It'll prompt you for your information here. So you chose this password when you set up your account, and it'll be the email that you registered with. So you can log in there. And if you click on your services and then you click on the domain, so I'm going to click this one here because this is the example that I'm going to be showing you, ianfranzen.com. Then if you click on Login to Cpanel, it'll bring you to a page that looks like this. If you have this theme enabled, it might look like this, but most likely it'll look like this. And it doesn't really matter. It's pretty much the same process either way. Excuse me. So now that you're in the Cpanel, you want to click on Email Accounts. Note that if this doesn't work, if this doesn't log you into Cpanel, you can also do it this way. You can go to yourdomain.com/Cpanel. So here, replace ianfranzen.com with whatever your domain name is, /Cpanel. And then if you go to that address, it'll ask you for your Cpanel login information. And this information is in the email that I sent you when you first created the hosting account with a subject line, Welcome to College Web Pro. you'll find your cPanel login information. You can also log into cPanel that way if for some reason the other method doesn't work. But once you're in your cPanel, to create the email, you just need to click on Email Accounts, and then you're going to type what you want that email to be. So just the first part of the email. So I picked out ian@ianfranson.com, so I'll put in Ian, and then I'll put the password in here. And you'll see it's a very strong password. You can also have it generate the password for you. For mailbox quota, you should change that to unlimited, and then click on Create Account. And that's it. Then you created the email. Now you might be asking, now how do I actually check that email? That's a great question. So if you want, again, there's two ways to access what's called webmail. But before you do that, you need to make a decision. So there's basically two ways to set up your email. You can either set it up as a separate inbox or as a forwarding address. So a separate inbox is if you want a separate, completely separate email, like if I wanted to keep ian@ianfranson.com separate from all my other email, I can set that up, and it's set up now as a standalone inbox, which means that I can check that email whenever I want using the email address and the password. And that's through webmail, which I'll show you how to use. So standalone inbox, or if you want, you can have all that email that's sent, like anytime anyone sends an email to ian@ianfranson.com, you can have all of that email forwarded to another address. You can do that by clicking on Home in the cPanel, clicking on Forwarders, clicking on Add Forwarder, and you would type in the email that you just created, and then you could have it forward to your regular Gmail account at gmail.com. So whatever your normal address is, and click on Add Forwarder. And now we're done. So anytime anyone sends an email to ian@ianfranson.com, it'll automatically forward to your regular Gmail account. So that way there's no separate inbox to check. That works pretty well. The main downside of that is if someone sends an email to your professional domain email address and you reply back, it's going to show your Gmail account. It's not going to show your professional domain email, which might not matter to you, or if you don't want that and you want to be able to send outgoing emails, then you might want to use a separate inbox, or you might want to check my other video for how to configure your account with Gmail, which you can do that. But to set up a basic forwarding email address, that's all you need to do. Anytime anyone sends an email to that address, it gets forwarded to that address. It's that simple. So I'm also going to show you, if you don't want to set up a forwarder, how to use a standalone inbox. So let's say you want to check that as a separate inbox. What you do is you go to your domain.com/webmail. It'll prompt you for the email address and the password. So you're going to type in the email, and you're going to type in the password that you set up. There's three different email readers. I would recommend using Roundcube, and you can set that to 1 second, so it loads automatically after 1 second, and click on Read, and it brings you to your inbox. From here, it looks like almost any other web-based email, where you have your inbox, your drafts, your sent mail, your spam folder, your trash. You can compose a new email. You should test the email. So go to your regular account, send an email to the new address you created, make sure you receive it, send an outgoing message to your regular email account, make sure it sends properly, and that's it. So now you know how to create an email. You can create as many accounts as you want. I think by default it's limited to 10 addresses, but if you need to expand that, just let me know. So in this video, I showed you how to log into your cPanel, how to create an email, and then how to either have that address forward to somewhere else or to check it as a standalone inbox. I really hope the video was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. I plan on creating more videos in the future, so please stay tuned. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.